Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Do not adjust your channel or your computer screen. Yes, we are back. We've been away for a while, but it's okay. This is your Crown Jewel post show. My name is Scott, and with me, as always, for the WWE content. See, this is what happens for the content. My tag team partner, the man in black himself, Ethan. Ethan, how you doing, my friend? How did you enjoy
Well,
this pay-per-view?
welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. uh, but actually, you know what? I actually really enjoyed Crown Jewel, to be honest with you.
It was a solid show.
Went
Yeah,
by quick, honestly, because it started two, like main show wise, two in the app, like my time, obviously one Eastern for you.
yeah,
And it was like 5:30. I was like, oh fuck, it's over.
right, yeah. No, I was very surprised. Like I actually didn't watch it live. I watched it later on because I've been behind. I've taken a bit of a step back from things. Just life getting too crazy, so I needed to get the reins back on. No pun intended for Roman. Um, so yeah, I watched it Saturday night, and yeah, I was surprised. I went to turn it on Peacock. It was 4 hours and 20 minutes. I'm just like, okay, that's about standard, but that included the kickoff show, which I didn't think they normally did. I'm always used to watching it live, so I'm used to the length being that long, anyways. So it was nice to be able to fast forward through all the talking in the beginning, watch the kickoff match, and then jump right into the main show. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought this was a good show. WWE's product has been on the upswing, I would say, for me as of late. There's lots of stuff that's been going on, especially since we've kind of stepped away from doing the live tweeting for all the shows. And of course, when we take a step away, all this stuff starts to happen. So I'm just like, God damn it. But it is what it is. But for this show, we had 8 matches, 7 on the main card and one.
Take notes, TK. This is how you book a pay-per-view.
Thank you. We don't need 15 matches in a show where you're gonna feel like after 7 hours of wrestling, you just want to throw yourself out a third story window, but that's okay.
Before we get in the review, Scott, I get in for this segment. Welcome to Hot Takes with Man in Black for a second. New segment. I love. No, I'm not a WWE show or AEW leaves Mark. Fuck off with those comments. I like both, but WWE's better at AEW. Oh my god!
Here come all the trolls,
Here
pitchforks.
comes the elitist marks. Oh
Oh
god!
no. I mean, honestly, like WWE's been doing this forever at this point. So they pretty much have everything pinned down. I mean, they when they moved WrestleMania to 2 nights, I know it
That was
was
the
because of the
greatest thing they ever
yeah.
done.
When they did it for the pandemic, everybody was like, "Oh, this is kind of cool. We'll see how it is when fans come back." And now it's a great staple. It's nice because you get 4 hour shows on both nights, and you get different wrestlers both nights. So it's not like it's the same people everything. I know that New Japan's been doing the same thing for a lot longer, which is fine. If WWE wants to steal it from that, that's perfect. One day we'll probably all be at the Tokyo Dome watching this. I know Sam will be very happy to hear that.
Yes, he will.
It's in the 5 year plan, so that's our hope that one time we'll be able to go, and be able to watch New Japan in all its glory, for Wrestle Kingdom. But I don't know where I went with that. That's the tangents. This is what happens. Pulling it back. But yeah, no, I mean, they've WWE's just had a good way to process how long a show is gonna be. For like we were talking about with this one, the whole thing, including the kickoff show, was 4 hours and 20 minutes. Yes, haha. 420 joke. Yes, haha.
RVD be so proud.
Right? But yeah, so I thought they did a really good job. All these matches were great. Like they didn't none of them felt like, oh god, can this just end? They all had that perfect amount of time for each one, which I thought was great. So jumping into things, before we do that, out of the 8 matches, how many Ethan picks do you have for this show?
Two.
Two. All right, cool. All right. We'll see if we can play which ones. I'll try to guess which ones are the ones that are going to pick. I have a
Spoiler,
feeling.
there's some sevens, but I'll let Scott guess the ratings for each one. There,
No.
we'll play a little
Oh,
game tonight on this episode.
yeah. All right. So our first match during kickoff show was Sami Zayn taking on and defeating JD McDonough. I like now that Sammy he's the resistance. He's gonna go and take out the Judgment Day one by one. Obviously, you start with the person who's technically what do they call him? The bag boy of the Judgment Day. Sammy getting the win here. I like what they're doing with JD McDonough because I kind of felt like before he started doing stuff with Finn, even in NXT, he kind of felt lost. Like there was no real direction for him. Now he has a pretty clear direction, and I'm looking forward to seeing where he goes. For me, I'd probably 6 out of 10. That'd be my guess for this. Did I get it? Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand. I've cracked the Ethan code.
I was like, he said six. Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed this. Like I said, I thought it was pretty good, and it's nice to see what Sammy can do now that KO's on SmackDown. So yeah, that's my spiel on it. What do you think of this one?
It was so beautiful. I really enjoyed this too. I mean, Sammy coming out and the fans in Saudi Arabia love him. It was the pop. When he wasn't coming, I'm like, uh-oh, did JD attack him? Like, no, I need that point. Don't fuck me over. And then I was realized like he was taking a few minutes like to kind of like soak it in. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
But no, it was fun. Did you see the burn mark on JD's side?
Yes. My God. What was it from?
The monkey. I didn't see it at first, and I see it on Twitter. And I guess people were saying like I guess when Sammy did the monkey flip.
Yeah.
That was fucking scary. But I thought JD was gonna break his. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, because he went up and didn't rotate. Did he land side first on the ropes? Is that what happened?
I think he did. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because that. Yeah. I know JD recently has been doing like these random things. How high can I flip with these things? I think he did it with.
How can I sell the crossroads? Crossroads. He's a great seller. Don't get me wrong, but I like the match. Like Scott said, 6 out of 10. So you got that one correct. Ding ding. By the way, everybody got this match right. I'll keep score. Return.
Yes. We did have a first here for this show. Somebody who will
say at the end
remain nameless. Yes, until the end. Went perfect 8-0. Ended up getting 2 points in the Ship It Studios Heavyweight Championship Season 3. So this is good stuff. Going into the the main show, our first match was for the World Heavyweight Championship. It was Seth freaking Rollins taking on and defeating Drew McIntyre to retain his title. I love that Seth likes to go first in a lot of these pay-per-views. I would probably say that this was one of the Ethan picks, an 8 out of 10.
The rating, you're 1 off 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Okay. All right.
But this is an Ethan pick. This fucking ruled. Second time in a row that Rollins opened Saudi Arabia show because with AJ Night Champions. I thought McIntyre had him beat a couple of times. I thought like the Claymore, I think the second one, like when the referee was counting, I'm like, oh, Drew's got it. And then Rollins kicked out the last. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, Seth, no.
It's funny, like even though I knew the results by the time I got to watch it, things like that still made me jump off my chair. And I'm just like, wait, I already know what's gonna happen, but it just sucks you in.
I was waiting for Matt to go heel too. Like fully. I was waiting for Matt because like after the match, like before I'll tell a spoiler, Damian Priest. Like where they kept the camera on Rollins for I was kind of waiting for Drew to like say fucking just beat the shit out of him.
Right, attack him after.
And then and then I was like, but they did, and then well before I dealt with the Priest stuff, but like I like the pedigree, but I wish Rollins stopped using it kind of like as a setup move. Because I mean Triple H obviously pedigree's protective. Right. Sorry, was protective, but I can't get over how the match is great.
To counter that, just that part, the fact that he uses it as a setup move is because he's beaten Triple H, so it's kind of like he's absorbed that right to use that move.
Yeah. Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, good point.
So it's kind of like,
forgot about that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so it's like an homage to Triple H, but yeah, it's not, a pedigree would I have liked it to always be a protected finish? Yes, but having it being used by Seth, who's beaten Triple H years and years ago, it makes sense. So that's the only reason why I'm okay with it.
And Ron did the Phoenix Splash, which you don't see much anymore.
Right, exactly. Like, yeah, when he was in the Indies, that's how he would win his matches. But yeah, when he busted out in the middle of random matches now, it's like, should you be doing that with your back the way it is? And
Well, he still does superplexes.
I know he shouldn't be doing a lot of things with a broken back, but
My achy breaky back. What?
But the funny
this
thing,
went off the show.
yeah, right. This the funny thing after this, like you mentioned it, Damian Priest
How dare
tried.
you, Sammy?
He tried to cash in, and
This close.
no. Ethan was the only person to pick Damian Priest to actually cash in his Money in the Bank during this thing, which would have given him an extra point, which would have helped him in the end. But Sami Zayn continuing his resistance, take away the Judgment Day. He actually stole the Money in the Bank briefcase before Damian Priest could get the ref to start the match. Ran off into the crowd, and it was funny. Like when he jumped in the crowd, like all these children came out of nowhere. It just like engulfed him. I was like, "Whoa,
Sammy!" it was funny because like Priest walked down, and I'm like, "Oh, here we go." Extra spoiler, extra. Like Scott, I was the only one who picked, and then I was like, "Oh, okay." And then he was going to cash in, and then when Sammy pushed him into the post and took the briefcase, like he stood there, I'm like, "Dude, he's got your property. Like chase him."
Yep.
Like he
just
stood
like
there for
the shock, like how dare you? And then all of a sudden, yeah, he starts going after. Yeah, he just.
I'm not a big fan of stealing stuff, like the belt stealing and stuff, but this case is whatever. Like it continues the story, and then I like how Michael later on during Priest's match, he's like, so the reason he doesn't have the briefcase is because here's the reason why. I'm like, but I mean, Priest got 2 titles at it. By the way, can we finally put the titles together like this instead of the 2 SmackDown and Raw?
I still, part of me still feels that they're eventually going to split those titles up. We'll talk about that, of course, with other things that have been happening on the brands as of recent. But no, I feel like they should split those titles up again. There shouldn't be one champion for both. They should be split. Maybe we'll have something at Survivor Series to determine that. Who knows? We'll see.
Champion versus champions after they battle each other,
right? No, I mean we'll see. We'll see. We might have, I don't know.
Oh, so close, Sammy. You fucking prick. Fucking Canadian. Those Canadians stealing shit.
How dare they? Should apologize.
Sorry.
Perfect timing. All right.
But it keeps going with the story though. But sense of War Games. Spoiler, War Games.
Yes, War Games coming in Survivor Series for the 2nd year in a row from Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, fuck.
I wonder. We might see somebody.
What do you see?
You never know.
No, actually, this fire burns there. Okay, anyway, keep going. Let's keep going gradual.
It's not going to be a 2-hour show. Our next match was the Fatal 5-Way for the Women's World Championship. You had Rhea Ripley taking on Nia Jax, Raquel Rodriguez, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark. This, I enjoyed this match. Every woman had a chance to shine. This was actually the shortest match, well, tied with another, but 11 minutes and 5 seconds. This one actually felt longer than it did.
Yeah,
it could have gone longer, I thought. But I really enjoyed this. Rhea retaining, of course, because Mommy's always on top. And yeah, I wouldn't, probably 6 out of 10 for this one.
Ding ding. No, I actually really enjoyed it much. I mean, the crowd was kind of dead for most of it.
There were a few matches where the crowd was kind of dead, which was weird.
Wake up, Saudi. But I like the I mean, Nia Jax is Nia Jax. Let's just be honest here. But I like the stuff with Rhea, Raquel, Rhea. I actually wouldn't mind seeing Zoe and Rhea go 1-on-1. I mean, the Raquel Nia big meaty woman slapping me.
Maybe I don't know.
Female hospital. There, okay.
There you go. Yeah,
that's a little better. But I like the did you like the contract signing on Raw? And
Mhm.
Raquel and I were fighting. It's like fight, 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 and the Dallas fans were like, "Oh, I guess we're champ fight too."
Right? Yeah.
I'm like, "There you go. See, mommy's on top. Fight, fight." But I like the second rope riptide to break up the. That was actually kind of cool.
That was really cool. Yeah.
And Rhea's entrance probably very badass as fuck. I loved
Right?
it. That was
Yeah.
badass as shit. I was like, what? What the fuck? And then
Yeah,
because that's
yeah. When all the guys start coming out with were they holding like lanterns and stuff? And I'm just like, what? I'm like, I know this is for Rhea, but what the hell's going on? But yeah, once it all started getting going, I was like, all right, this is pretty cool.
that was pretty. And
Good
then I
shit.
like the uh oh shit why am I blanking on the spot? Oh, the submission spots. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah. What was it? Shayna had like four people in submit or three people in the submission.
She had yes. I'm like, I miss NXT Shayna.
I know, I do too. Yeah, she was just completely dominant. And she shows flashes of that on the main roster, but then all of a sudden she just kind of disappears and goes away. Um, I the one person I think that's really going to shine within the next couple of years, I think, is Zoe Stark. Sam's been saying this since she showed up at NXT that she's the Brian Danielson or the Daniel Bryan of WWE, and I see it. Like she's the whole stuff that she did with Trish was phenomenal. So I'm fully expecting once they can find a good storyline for her that doesn't necessarily involve the title but helps her move up the rankings. I think in a few years Zoe Stark's going to have herself some championship reigns.
I
So
think
she's
Rhea. Do you think Rhea hangs on to the title till WrestleMania?
I wouldn't surprise
Sorry, I
me.
didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I was done with my thought, but no, I can definitely see. The only place maybe she might drop it before that would be the Rumble. That'd be the only other place I really could see that she would drop the title. But having her hold on to that all the way to Mania and then dropping it to somebody, I think would be fantastic. But
Becky.
maybe that seems to be the thing.
Hey,
Obviously
I got the NXT Women's Title match right with Laria. I didn't I
that's
call
true.
out. I
That
did
is
call
true.
out.
That is true. I'm happy for her. I was actually genuinely surprised. I didn't expect it now. I expected it to be at Stand and Deliver. That Becky would have a stranglehold on the title and let other women have their shots. It's been nice that Becky's had other women that normally wouldn't be mainstays in NXT get NXT women's title shots. It's nice. Like, but I was kind of hoping that would continue. But Lyra, I think, is due for the main roster soon too.
She does, yeah. In all
Um,
seriousness.
you have her. You have obviously Dragon Lee's already on SmackDown now, and the Creeds had one hell of a showing on Monday Night Raw this past week. So
That was fucking great.
versus, I want them to join Alpha Academy. Honestly, if we're gonna really kind of keeping it a $150 here, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, no, kind of getting off track again because this is what we do.
I like how before we move on, I like how Becky was doing it like when she lost the women's title, the XT one, and she's like, I defended more times in 42 days than Rhea Ripley and Roman. I'm like, whoa,
Right? Like
True
drop the
bomb.
hammer. Yeah, she doesn't need the title. The title needs her, just like she said.
I'll give you a stat. Sorry, John. I know that was your old nickname. So I looked on Cage because I was kind of curious. Like, just I'm not counting house shows. Like, I mean, like TV defenses for Rhea.
Yeah.
She defended 5 times before Crown Jewel.
Yeah. Well, she
I'm
was
like,
also injured too, so they kind of
yeah.
just played it off where she'd disappear for a
I
while.
actually joined.
She'd be there and not be wrestling just because they want her to get hurt. They want her title reign to continue to go on. I do remember the days of if you don't defend your title within an actual 30-day period, you were stripped of your title. But that
New Japan still
obviously
does that sometimes.
good. I'm glad that somebody still does that because WWE hasn't done that in a long time.
But back to women's title first before we move on to the other match. I actually liked this way more than I thought it was going to be, honestly. Yeah. All right, next match, Scott.
All right. So this one was the deciding match in the whole show.
Pretty much.
Made me very happy. It was Solo Sikoa taking on and defeating John Cena, who has not won a singles match in 5 years since
2018.
I think it was the greatest Royal Rumble when he defeated Triple H. That was the last time he had a singles win. Obviously, he disappeared for most of that because he was he was doing movies. He was doing stuff in Hollywood. Obviously, with the strike still going on, he's here to wrestle. He won a tag match with LA Knight, but still no singles wins. And I think that this was a perfect win for Solo to move him up. Um, I loved everything about this. The only thing that was kind of weird is that I don't understand why he needed to do like, I don't know, what was it, like 11 spikes? There were too many.
That's my only nitpick.
Yeah, like there was like, I understand the 2 or 3 during like the match, but you didn't have to sit there and just beat on him with the, yeah, just keep hitting him in the throat. I I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with John, if John's gonna disappear for a while again and maybe make another comeback. I don't know. But I loved what Paul was doing during I think it was during SmackDown, talking about how the bloodline's gonna take John Cena away from the WWE universe. And I think with this victory by Solo, I think Cena's gonna try to come out on maybe on SmackDown, but not be able to talk because he just got Samoan spiked in the throat 1,000 times. Obviously, honestly, during this match too, I got such Umaga vibes. It made me very, very happy and also sad at the same time because he's no longer with us. But I think Solo's done a wonderful job, kind of bringing that spirit of Umaga back. I'd give this match a 7 out of 10.
I give this one 5.
Oh, okay. Your weakest one. Okay, fair enough.
I mean, it was a fun match, but it was kind of more just like where the crowd was kind of dead for this one too, which was fucking weird. Anyway, and then the spike kind of took me out. Like the 4, I didn't mind, like where he was trying to put him, and then like the 6, the unnecessary 7 more. I'm like, okay, that's a little. But it's funny, after he hit the 3rd one, Cena's like, you can literally see Cena telling him like, hit me more.
I know.
Typical Cena. Even Sean Marks pointed that out because he's like, love John, but he's got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
But I remember on SmackDown the promo where he called him a Taz ripoff.
I saw that Taz actually tweeted back. He said, "You can't see me."
I thought he was gonna call him a Umaga ripoff. I don't know, because
honestly, it would have fit better, but I think the haircut, because when he said that, it made me think of Taz
and the towel.
And the towel, yeah. So it's just like, all right, I see it. I can see.
Like it was so good fun. I'm glad. So this one, this is the only one I got wrong. Spoiler. I was like, oh fuck, because I thought the reason I picked Cena because they were teasing that loss record so much. I thought Cena was gonna here's the ironically his last one was in Saudi Arabia, like singles win. Sorry, but it was just like I thought. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, don't do that to Solo. He's already took too many TV. I'm not counting house shows, just TV falls because he lost to Cody at Mania. That was his first one, and I think LA Knight was the other one, I believe.
Yeah, he's lost like 2 or 3 times recently. But I just had this feeling like it's Cena. He's gonna put this kid over. Like this is a storyline now for Cena because Cena came in, didn't really have, he did the stuff with LA Knight, but it's like, what's next? Now this is next. When can Cena overcome the odds one more time and get a singles victory? Now, this is where I'm thinking he's going to end up defeating somebody who's older like him. Like this was like the perfect lead in to like WrestleMania, him versus Randy Orton one more time. And then they both retire into the sunset forever. We'll see. I don't know. That's just my thought. But I enjoyed this match. I know that, like you said, like I understand the nitpick. Like I said, I was just like, all right, you didn't need so many. I get it.
That was my complaint, but it was still fun. But it was for me the weakest one, I guess.
Fair enough.
Solo looked like a beast, but I'm one of the best NXT cops. Officially, not like create like the one-offs kind of thing. Actual.
Right. Yeah. Like having
makes it longer than a week, basically.
Right. Yeah. Have him come up as like the NXT North America champion. I wish they would have held on to that a little longer and they didn't strip him of the title first.
That was so dumb. I get around that. Sorry, Scott. I don't mean to keep cutting you off. Like, it's funny how originally, like, when Solo won, they stripped him because I think that was the reason they said. Anyway, but yet, Dominic's done it. Becky's done it.
Yeah.
Ziggler's done it.
Yep.
It's like, wow, kind of hypocrite
I
a
feel
little
like
bit.
that. I feel like that was a Vince move.
Oh,
Vince
oh,
wanted to.
fuck it was.
He wanted to keep it separate. That's just my thought on it. Because you're right. The Triple H and Shawn Michaels have been going back and forth, having their main roster talent on NXT, having their win titles and stuff like that.
And the
Like,
main event, like the actual main event, because Wesley was just on
correct.
there.
Right? Yeah. Um, it still hurts me that they got rid of Mustafa Ali. Like I wanted him to have a run with the North American title in NXT. I thought he was doing phenomenal work, and it still hurts me. It still hurts to this day. Um,
Put him in
but
Impact.
I think he'd do really well.
Sorry, TNA.
I know that's another thing. Yeah, Impact Wrestling is dead. Come the beginning of the year, we're going back to TNA. Thank God. TNA was always a better name in my opinion. But yeah, I'm very excited for them. I would love to have him show up there. I think that would be great. He doesn't need to go to ROH or AEW. Let him have fun if he wants to continue to wrestle. I know he's got children and a family. If he wants to not wrestle anymore, that's fine too. But I think he'd do really well if he goes to Impact. But we're getting off track again because that's what we do here.
Welcome to ATR off the track.
Our fifth match was for the United States Championship. It was Logan Paul, the Maverick himself, with a nice entrance, I thought, into the show. Actually defeating Rey Mysterio, of course, with some brass knucks, to win his first championship, and I think his fifth match, I think, maybe.
5 or 6, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Less than 10. I know that.
Yeah, it's definitely less than 10. It's funny, like I love how after the match he tells Ray, he's like, I love you, you're a legend, and Ray's just like, you know what you did, and I'm just laughing.
He went in dad mode so quick.
I know, it's so funny. But the funny thing is, I feel like there were some seeds that were planted, and talk with me with this. There was Logan's crony giving him the brass knucks.
Unknown member.
And then Logan lost them to the outside, and the crony went to go get it, and Santos stopped. Santos stopped them, picks up the brass knucks, starts going. The guy starts to run away. Santos conveniently puts the brass knucks in the middle of the apron and then runs off.
Yes.
Knowing that Logan Paul was right there. Telling you, Legato's gonna turn. Legato's gonna turn on Rey Mysterio. I feel like maybe even Carlito might be the one whispering in his ear to turn them on Rey Mysterio. It's too good not to do it, because I love Santos Escobar and I love Legado de Fantasma. But the fact that I know they wanted to do the LWO stuff, but I feel like they would be such a better heel faction. And you have Carlito, who was one of the greatest heels back in the day when he was there first. I feel like that's a perfect road to go, and Ray doesn't have to be a part of that, because I don't think Rey Mysterio could ever go heel, ever. I don't think that's just not possible. Way. Yeah, just always face forever. So I mean, that's just my thought. When I watched that happen, I was like, oh, I see you, Santos. I know what you're trying to do here. So we have Logan Paul as our United States champion. I feel like we're gonna have another part-time reign for another title, which I kind of hate. I know. I can't knock Logan Paul's in-ring ability though, because this man is just he shouldn't be this good, but he is. And it is what it is. He is our new champion. I'd give this match, even with all the ridiculousness, I'd give this a 7 out of 10 as well.
I'm 1 under. I gave it a 6.
Okay.
I like the I don't know, the entourage thing was a little too much for me, but that's just me nitpicking. Like I said before on the show, I'm basically just being the devil. I'm not a big fan of Logan Paul. I mean, the shit he did in the past, that's in the past. So like I got over that. I mean, it wasn't cool, but I could get over. I know there's still people who still fucking hate him for that. I mean, I just don't like him on a personal reason, but he's so good in the ring.
Yeah, he's like, he should not be that good.
I like how Ray was doing a moonsault the middle rope. Mm-hmm. And then Logan caught him at the last second. And at first, I thought it was a tombstone. Like, oh, that was a sick ass counter. Yeah. Then when I went back on Twitter, I see, I guess Ray almost kind of slipped.
Yeah,
so
he not under rotated, but he didn't give himself enough of a boost. So Logan caught him, probably saved his life because he was landing right on his neck.
I was like, oh shit. I'm like, because when I first seen it, I was like, oh, okay, that was a pretty badass counter. I'm not gonna lie, like tombstone. And then
Yeah,
I seen on Twitter like Logan just literally last seconds. He shouldn't be this good, man. Fuck.
I know. That's the thing. It's crazy. Like
If we're doing ATR awards, that I think if I had to pick rookie from like WWE, so like if we're doing like here's one from AW
yeah,
or overall, I think Logan. I probably have to give it to Logan to be honest with you.
he's just been too good, and I'm interested to see what he does now, and who comes after him. I would assume maybe Ray would probably try to get a rematch. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe Santos gets a shot now. Um, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I would expect some baby faces to try to see if they can go after
Mike
Logan.
Cole is so great. I'm like, this bastard's back. Stop him. And then Escobar's like, I'm gonna chase you, fucker.
Okay. I have to say this. As much as I've loved Michael Cole and Pat McAfee, I think Michael Cole and Wade Barrett together is just brilliant. Whenever
Yes.
like because Cole's been very uncole like recently, like making like mistakes, saying things, saying the wrong people's names, and
Candice Michelle.
Barrett's been hammering him with every single moment, and it's been so great. They try to like barb back and forth, and I'm just like,
I die.
this is how the commentary should be for WWE. I know they do it all the time in AEW, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. So I'm glad that they've lightened it up too on WWE television.
I like who he screwed up Candice LeRae's name. Called her Candice. See, look, I just fucked up. Candice LeRae. And Wade's like, were you back in 2000? And Michael's like, getting old sucks. And I just
Yeah.
died. I died laughing for like 5 minutes straight when he said that. And he's like, I'm getting old. Wade, leave me alone. And then he busted his balls, I think, when they were in Dallas and he was talking about Wade's last match and
Yeah.
about New Day. And then he's like, yeah, you lost a New Day. Wade's like, I want to forget about this. I was like, honestly, I kind of like them a little better than him and Pat. Not by much, like 2% maybe. If I was going percentage wise, but
Pat definitely brings a different energy to the room, though. I mean, my God, like when he shows up, like it was great. Like, what was it for the Rumble? I think when he showed up and Cole like lost his absolute mind, and it was great because nobody told Michael Cole. Michael Cole's supposed to know everything that happens, and that was a great, genuine surprise. And I love that stuff. I would love to see Pat come back more often than every once in a while. I know he's got stuff going on with College Game Day, and there's I guess some other stuff going on with that crew and ESPN, but I'll leave that drama for its own thing. But I would love to see Pat come back. He doesn't necessarily have to wrestle anymore. He's done his thing. Everything's great. I'm happy with him. Just give me his voice again. I just think it fits WWE's style so well. But
Baron Cole is so honestly since Vince retired.
Right.
Now I'm gonna put that in quotations for people
Right.
seeing this on video.
Right.
Cole's just been great. I know he still has a few fuck ups. I mean,
Well, everybody they're all human. They're gonna make their mistakes. But
I just love Wade busts his balls. It's so fucking funny. And then Cole gives it back to him like,
yep.
Oh, I miss it. And then could so with the cast, Wade just looked at him like, are you back in 08? I'm getting old, okay? Leave me alone. I'm like, same, Michael, same.
Yep.
But it was just out of nowhere, like just didn't even miss a beat. Just the old man comment. I'm like, I couldn't stop laughing for like 10 minutes for that comment.
It was good. It was good. Good.
He's got to go in the Hall of Fame soon.
Oh, absolutely. I hope so. Yeah. No, most definitely. Yeah.
I think Barrett will go in sooner or later.
I would love. I still want to see Barrett wrestle again, but I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, our next match featured a very exciting return for me. We had Io Sky defending and retaining her WWE Women's Championship over Bianca Belair, thanks in part to a returning Kairi Sane. Kairi, our favorite pirate princess, has returned with her very heelish look, which I love. The pirate princess thing in the beginning was great when she was there the first go around, but her being as a heel is just chef's kiss. Wonderful. Also, a new dynamic, because for those of you who don't remember this, Bayley was the one to chase Kairi Sane out of WWE the first go around. Her and Io Sky are the best of friends from their days way back in, I think, Stardom and I believe other things in Japan as well. So this adds a whole new dynamic to Damage Control. This actually, for me, fast forwards Bailey being evicted from the group.
Good.
I feel like it's gonna be her. It's gonna be Io. It's gonna be Sane and Dakota. Once Dakota's healed up, I feel like, I don't know. It's just it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I thought this match was good. I'd probably give this one. The crowd was also dead for this one too. I'd probably give this, at least with the surprise return, I'd give it a 7.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I give it. I like their backlash match way better. Oh, I don't pop much anymore. Like I don't get excited too much for people because I mean obviously they spoil it and stuff. But Kari came, I'm like, what? The crowd was dead. I'm like, it's a fucking princess.
Yep.
A badass Kari.
Yep. No, I know.
I've seen her stuff in like Starman All Japan. Obviously, people know I'm the Japan watcher for ATR. Scott could testify to that. Yep. Also, Rising Sun with Sam. Check that out. Cheap plug. Oh, this was fucking great. I was so pumped. I mean, the rumor, they've been saying this for a while. We should basically like win.
Right.
Exactly. And one of the wrestling groups I'm in, they said, I guess Triple H wants to make a Joshi group because they want to put her, those two, Asuka, and here's a name you might not heard in a while, Scott, Mako Satomura.
Okay.
Joshi World Order, baby.
Oh my god. I would be all for that.
The final fucking boss with a pirate. That sounds like a bad joke, Wayne. A final
right?
boss,
Oh man.
A pirate, Ambrose and Amora, and Genius of the Sky.
Yep. Just
I think Bailey's, but I'm kind of getting tired of like okay, we're best friends. No, I fucking hate. We're fighting. Like, can you just kick her out? Like,
yeah, Bailey's trying to play mind games, and Io's like, nah, I'm done with this.
Shit. Like the fast lane triple threat.
Yeah, or even with Bailey's like, oh, if we take care of Bianca, I can face you at Crown Jewel. I'm like, Bailey, stop being so damn obvious.
Right. Well,
I mean, honestly, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I was gonna say, like when they did SmackDown, like when Nick made them, like all this, like said, Damage Control's banned from ringside, and Bailey's like this, and he was like, "You got it."
Right. Exactly. Yeah. She's completely over Bailey.
Just put her for the table, and I thought that was kind of right, Bailey off the like show kind of thing.
Oh yeah, me too. And then she just shows up again. I'm like, oh,
hi,
right.
I'm back.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, getting put through a table.
Well, Dakota couldn't because obviously injured, so they don't want to risk her knee blowing up again. Knock on table. But it's funny. I gotta give credit so much. So pretty much the last couple matches, I think this match on, or maybe a match ahead, 4 interferences. I think did the last match have interference? US title. Yes. So US title on had interference. That's right.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
I technically yes because Escobar with the brass knuckle. Anyway, back to I did still like this match. I just like their backlash were way better.
Yeah.
I'm so pumped for Kyrie. Let's fucking go.
I know. That's gonna be a lot of fun. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
I hope that Joshi World group comes together. I want to see Mako Satomura back on my fucking TV.
That's true. Yeah, she's a lot of fun. And the last thing she's done on television was when she was fighting Roxanne, correct?
No, the Worlds Collide where they unified the
That's right. No, that was I thought that was before.
No, sorry, you're right. Then it was
stuff with Roxanne Perez, yeah, before Roxanne collapsed, and then
the Shawn Michaels angle.
Correct.
And Mako's been doing stuff in Japan because she owns a promotion part time called Saturday Night Girls, so she's been kind of busy with that. But Trips, come on, put her back on. You know what? Put her in a Women's War Games match there. Trips, I got that book for her.
There it is, done.
Bing. Want to know what makes my nipples hard?
Oh. Listen, Daddy Ethan. It's enough of you.
Hey, Sam's not here. I gotta make the
That's
jokes.
true. That's true. You have to make the inappropriate jokes when Sam's not here.
But also, it's a fun match. But I like honestly, I wasn't expecting her Kyrie to show up. Kyrie, I said Carly. You fucked up. I wasn't actually expecting her to show up at Crown. I thought because I knew it because I think I was telling you guys like it said November. I was thinking, okay, maybe like Survivor Series or
Right.
after. No, let's show up Crown Jewel. I'm like, yeah, but the crowd was dead. I'm like, no,
I know. I know.
why?
Well, yeah.
Rip.
There might be reasons, but we'll leave that alone.
Eh,
So
them
our second to last match was a nice little grudge match between Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest. This was tied for the shortest match on the main roster, on the main card.
How did this one go?
11 minutes, 5 seconds, tied with the Fatal Five Way.
Huh.
I didn't expect this to be so short, but Cody getting the victory here after hitting 3 crossroads. I like how Damian Priest has brought back the Reckoning recently, which is essentially the crossroads. But yeah, Cody putting down Damian Priest. He'll move forward. Now Damian obviously is going to be in something with Sami Zayn, because obviously Sami is going to continue on with his quest to take down all of the Judgment Day. This for me, it's all right. I'll give it a 6. Nothing was really terrible.
If you see me get excited, people are like, "What the fuck?" It's God's getting it right. That's why I keep doing that. Yeah, this was all honestly. I know I gave Solo and Cena 5, but like out of the 6 match, like the 6 out of 10 scores, I gave this is probably the weakest one. Which
So
is
5.5 out of 10.
yeah, I'll just go 5.5. Fuck it. I'm not a big fan of pass, but you know what? Just for the scenario, but like, by the way, I get like off the subject for a sec. Barnes Saxton was really great at ring
It
announcing.
was.
I didn't know who it was at first because like I thought it was just somebody they just hired from Saudi Arabia, right?
Yeah.
And then I think they didn't tell like I was like that voice sounds familiar. And then I think during the women's world title match, that's when like I was like, oh, it's Barnes Saxton. Wow, how did I not? By the way, Mike Rome's missing. Anybody know what happened to Mike Rome?
Him and both Samantha too have been gone recently. I don't know if they're
Well, Samantha missed the Halloween one, the Monday for Halloween, sorry, because Alicia Taylor was doing, but Samantha's back. But Alicia Taylor's been doing SmackDown the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
I don't know if he's on vacation or if he just doesn't feel well. I don't know,
probably
because Alicia's also doing NXT, so
yeah, great ring announcer, by the way.
Yeah, WWE has 3 really great ring announcers for each of their shows, so they all have their little I do miss Samantha's the way she does her stuff. Like nobody can say Chelsea Green like she can. It's just like, yeah.
She did an interview with Chris before I get back. Well, this is how much we care about the Cody Damian match. Anyway, before I get back, like, so she did an interview with Chris Van Fleet. By the way, great interview, Scott. If you want to listen, that's actually pretty quick. I think it's like 50 minutes. So basically, she was talking about like how I think he asked her like how does it or like do you go up to him like, hey, how do you want me to say like do you want to say the weird way? Not weird, but like you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So basically, so she said it like I think as a joke one, and Chelsea's like, yeah, you're saying that from now on, like the way obviously people heard Chelsea Green's name
right
ringing out. But yeah, it was just it's just like because I was like, oh, that sounds like a drama girl.
Yeah.
But Samantha is great. So is Leisha. They're all Mike Rowe's actually been pretty good too.
Yeah.
But it's like but back to the Cody Damian. Like I like both guys, but honestly, I've seen the match so many times.
Yep.
This past, can we just let this feud die?
Yeah, I agree with you. Like this feud should have ended on a Raw, and not on the pay-per-view.
Since May.
This
has been fucking going on. Like
it's time. Let it die.
I have ADHD, and like sometimes like I like the Edge Balor sword. Like I like that one. Towards I'm like, okay, let's slowly wrap this up.
Yep.
But it's basically like it's either Judgment Day versus Jay, Cody, Sammy, or Judgment Day. It's basically like a scramble. I'm like, oh,
yep.
Come on. If this doesn't have War Games, like when we do our Survivor post show, I'm fucking ranting. I don't care.
War Games. It's going to be Judgment Day versus somebody. The whole rest of the crew. It's going to happen. We can already just put this in the bank. It's pretty much there. But yeah,
we already know 3 of them, pretty much. I mean, they might put KO. I don't know. Unless KO's like, no, fuck this. Like,
well, I mean, KO's on SmackDown now, so I don't know.
Ricochet.
Yeah, because he's been sprinkled in there too.
Nathan Frazier. I mean, if you want to bring some NXT guys up, bring Rollins as student.
It's true.
Could put Rollins in there if you want to give him a time off. Wait, hold on.
Is that really a time off though? We put him in a War game.
Yeah. Never mind. I mean, because
he'll have a championship match probably instead.
Probably
against who? I don't know. We'll see.
Fuck it. You know what? For War Games, like you know how Priest, Dominic, Finn, and Jade. So that's 4 guys. And if you want to add like Jimmy or some, make it 5, and then do like Cody, Jay, Sammy, possibly Ricochet, maybe Randy Orton. That's the rumor I'm hearing. Don't fully quote me on that.
Those, yeah. Honestly though, I
put Ripley in there. Fuck it. Put a woman in there. Make it a mix. War Games this year.
Oh my god.
I know you can't. I know no male hitting female WWE. We know that. I'm just saying, like, put Rhea in there. Fuck it.
The only thing I would do is I would hold Jimmy and Jay until Mania. Those two deserve to have their singles match at Mania.
They only had the one, like, fisticuff, basically. That was really it, though.
Right. But I'm saying, like, don't put them in a match with one another until Mania, because those two have done phenomenal work, like their entire careers, especially the last, like, 3-4 years. Like, Roman, since the whole bloodline thing, like, they've been doing wonderful. And I love it's great because Jay's been doing amazing stuff. I know. Jay's been doing great stuff, but Jimmy has knocked it out of the park. I was like, I did not expect that. So I'm like,
I love the LA Knight match where he's like waiting up over the table.
Yeah.
And then he comes and he's on the ref. He's like, just jumps like, he's like, I'm on the injury list. I can't. What'd you say? I'm not on the injury list. I'll go do that. I'm like,
I'm running the play.
I'm running the play. What was that play? It was improv too. I'm like, oh my god, this is great.
It was a hot rap. What?
But like, I like Jimmy's scene better than Jay's. Jay's is basically just the same as theirs. Just take out us and put me.
I kind of figured that they would. Like, somebody has to keep the tag team theme, so I'm actually glad that it's Jay. But yeah, Jimmy's is good stuff too.
But the Cody Damian match was just there, honestly, for me. But honestly, I'm getting tired of this feud. Could we just get the War Games and just move on, please?
Yep, finish it and be done with it. Have move on from.
Otherwise, I already gave you guys heads up. I'm coming on this fucking show and ranting. I'm sorry, but it's been going on for May. Come on, am I the only one sick of this shit?
No, you're probably not. I can pretty much guarantee that.
It's good shit, pal. I know he's not anymore, but I have to. Sorry.
No, I know.
But I mean, you knew Cody was winning, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, there was no way that Damian was gonna win. It was actually also.
Sam was the only one who picked Damian, by the way. Spoiler alert.
I feel like if the main reason why I didn't pick like Priest to cash in is because the way the match just went. If Seth wasn't going to be because Seth was starting, I didn't see Damian winning at all, because there's no need for, if you're going to win the championship, then what are you going to do? Turn around and have a title match versus Cody? It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because before, like when I made the predictions, I didn't know what.
Right, nobody knew the match things until I saw the match titles, and I was like, oh well, yeah. Then there's no way that Priest is gonna.
Because obviously Fightful does spoilers for WWE, like here's the match order kind of thing. So when I seen it, I was like, well, there goes my Priest pick then, basically. Right.
Yeah.
Because like I've hoped, like I wanted to just for the extra point. Then I was thinking, well, I'm kind of glad I got that wrong, because like if you do the match with Cody.
Right. Like, you turn into a title match then? So it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, let's hold the title for 2 hours. And I love Priest needs a world title run. I mean, not like fucking 6,000 days, please, no. But at least 6 months, maybe, at the max. Depends. But anyway, speaking of Roman, let's just get to the main event now.
Yes. We will acknowledge our tribal chief, our undisputed WWE Universal Champion, The man took on probably actually the hottest rising star in WWE and SmackDown history right now is
Yeah.
a Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great match between these two. I would obviously this is another Ethan pick.
Yes, it
Uh,
is.
I'd probably the ending was oh god, it still was so good. Knight had moments where he could have actually taken this. I'd give this. I hate giving 10 out of 10s, but it wasn't perfect. God damn it. I'll give it a nine. God damn it. No, I'll give it a 9 out of 10 because it's really hard to give perfect matches for me, anyways.
I gave it an 8, so we're
Okay.
kind of the same length.
Okay.
It's why you gave the 9 for this match. I gave 9 for the world title.
Yeah.
But
we just flipped.
like I know people are tired of Roman. It's the same shit. Walking around the ring, talking trash. Jimmy or Solo interferes, and then the babyface looks dumb, and then fucking spear 1, 2, 3. I mean, I'm tired of that too. Don't worry. But whoa. By the way, here's one of the times the fans woke up during the show.
Yeah.
Was for the Cody entrance and Jay and Dominic. I mean, Dominic, whatever. Anyway, when LA Knight came out, oh my, see all the big yeah signs or towels or something, but I thought LA Knight had him beat twice.
Yep.
It's like he had the BFT, did he hit it once or twice?
If he hit it once.
Hit it once, and then when I swore that referee hit 3, I swore to God he hit 3 before Jimmy.
Yeah, it was close.
Like 1, 2, and then Jimmy, but like that was for me, it was more like the story, like LA Knight, like I mean, LA Knight. Here's another hot take. LA Knight, this best Roman's title defense since Logan Paul last year.
Doesn't surprise me.
But I'm kind of be hypocritical in a way because I gave Ethan Pig to Jay for the travel, even though the match kind of sucked, but it was more story stuff.
Right.
Really, my ratings for the Roman title were more like story stuff.
Yeah.
Than the actual matches, like actual matches score. I think Cody's. I think I did, except for the ending, because I went on a big fucking rant for like 5 minutes. You guys thought it was weird. By the way, I'm not the only one who thinks Roman's matches suck now. The other night was good.
They don't suck. They're just predictable.
Or sorry, predictable. Okay, sorry, suck was a poor choice, but predictable.
Yeah, they're all predictable. It's just
I'm the tribal chief, and
he's gonna hold it until WrestleMania Night 2 when he drops it to Cody. Probably in an I Quit match. Then Roman can go away.
No, I acknowledge
not have to worry about anything for a while. Huh?
I acknowledge you.
I mean, it makes the most sense.
It does.
So we'll see how it gets to that. But
I like how my call LA Knight's people's elbow the elbow.
Yeah.
But I swore I thought LA had to win after the BFT, but LA Knight gave him a fucking fight.
LA Knight can hang. And that's what I've known for a long time, and Sam can back me up on that. When we discovered him,
in TNA, that's where I've seen him.
Not even TNA. Well, yeah, in TNA also, but NWA
like beginning.
Oh, really? When I knew of him back then, but his stuff that he did in NWA too, when he was on Power, was really good too. But yeah, I discovered him back in TNA also when he was doing his dummy stuff.
Dummy, yeah.
She was a champion.
Yeah. It was funny. So actually, speaking of that, so they did a dark segment. I know this show just went off the fucking rails. I mean, that's a good thing. I'll get to the end of the way in a second because I'm glad you brought that up. But the dummy stuff. So he did off air to Austin Theory at a house show, and then they did like a dark segment for the live fans, and like he was going like one side, and they're like /yeet to Jay because Jay was making the save for him, and then he did like the barricade, like the ramp and like the barricade like on this side by the stairs.
Yep.
He did that, and a couple people went and Ellie's like, this is why I didn't go your guys' side. All of you didn't say yeah. But the NWA stuff, for a second, since you brought that up. So you know how they have a CW deal? I mean, we talked about this a month ago.
Yep.
Yeah, that might be gone now.
Oh.
I'll tell you why. So they had a pay-per-view, the the Saturday for Halloween.
Mhm.
You know the territories. You pretty much know where I'm gonna go with this. So they did a fun. It was supposed to be funny, but honestly, they might have fucked themselves. So James Mitchell, another name you probably heard in a while.
Oh,
So
wow.
they're pretending they were partying, and then James, I don't think it was actually cocaine. I think it was just like sugar or something. But obviously, anyway, so basically James Mitchell just tore up his nose, and then now they're running the risk of might be kicking off CW.
Come on, guys. Ugh.
But anyway, the match was I like the match itself. It deserves an 8 out of 10. But it's just Roman's predictable. It's just like log up, walk around the ring for like 30 minutes, and then yell. I did like when he made fun of Ellen. That was pretty funny. And then
Yeah.
the spear for the barricade. This like we said during the solo. Like I thought the spears were a little too much for
Mhm.
me. I mean, I'm kind of like I'm not a big fan of Aaron. I mean, Scott, you know this all the time, but in this case, I kind of see why it kind of protects him a little bit.
Yeah.
Because Ellen and I could be like, "Hey, I had you beat, but thanks to your dumbass cousin Jimmy."
Yep. And that's how it should run. Like now, LA Knight should get it. Try to see if he can get another chance, but I have a feeling that he's going to get rejected, and then I'll spoil it for myself now. I'm gonna pick LA Knight to win the Rumble because I feel like he's
I
gonna
got
have
three
another
picks for
shot.
the. I got three
Yeah,
picks for the
yeah, we'll
Rumble.
have three. We'll have three picks for the Rumble when we
I'll
do
give
our.
you mine in a sec. Actually, I'll spoil one of them.
No, no, no. We'll wait for
Actually,
that.
I agree with you on LA Knight though. I do agree with you on LA Knight though. That one I'll spoil because you just said it, but
Yeah, it wouldn't.
I'll say my other two for the Rumble picks.
Part of, part of me. I don't know. Well, we can go into Rumble stuff down the road, anyways. But yeah, we could talk about that for forever. But yes, I agree with you. The Roman matches are predictable, but it's still. I know the outcome, but I want to see how we get to said outcome, which is why I still really enjoy his matches. Like all the trash talk and stuff that he does is just so entertaining. It's hilarious. Like when he mocked LA Knight was just like that was I loved it so much. Whoever's gonna end up beating him, spoiler, probably Cody. Obviously he's gonna find a way to eliminate both Solo and Jimmy. Um, we'll see how it gets to that. If it's an I Quit match, then obviously it's a no DQ, so then we'll probably see Jay and maybe Sammy and Carol. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I laughed.
Um,
I'm sorry, Scott. The Jinder Mahal put an interview out months ago. I forget who was with, so I apologize. But they're like, the only way Roman's losing that title if Roman beats him, like basically himself beat
right.
himself.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And
he's
I
not wrong.
feel like that might be the way it goes. Like if Roman was going to drop it at this past Mania, it would have been a good, it would have been.
I still say he should have, honestly.
Roman needs to be by himself to lose the title. Like he needs Solo to turn on him. He needs Paul to leave him. He needs Jimmy to not be there anymore. Like he needs to be the island of relevancy by himself for him to lose. That's the only legitimate way it's going to make it not feel like the same story. How we're going to get to that point, I don't know. We got months. We got 5 months before Mania. So we'll see
Which is
how that.
crazy.
I know we'll see how that all rolls out. But that's my thoughts on that. And yeah, I believe that's it for the show. Crown
Oh,
Jewel in the
before I
books.
forget, they had a Miz TV segment, but that's skippable. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, that was whatever. Yeah, the Miz TV thing with Grayson Waller and the guy's name is
Al something. I do apologize. Something like that. That was skippable.
Yeah, it was kind of funny, but yeah, exactly. It wasn't anything really worth noting. But yeah, so that's the show for tonight, guys. Thank you guys obviously so much for listening. Again, my name is Scott, and with me as always.
Don't forget the points and
Yes,
all this.
oh, that's right. I forgot all about that. That's right. Our Ship It Studios Heavyweight Championship.
You said you went to listen for the show, so that's why I brought it up. I'm here, partner.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Mr. Man in Black is not alone anymore on the top of the leaderboard.
But
Your boy Scott now with a clean 8-0. We implemented a new rule. If you clean sweep a pay-per-view or
extra point.
premium live event, you get an extra point. So this gave me 2. I had 3 previously, so now I have 5. Ethan and I now tied at first with 5, with Sam and our current champion, Mr. Zach, with 3. There are, I believe, as of right now, 8 events left in our season 3. So it is literally now anybody's game. So we all know whose game it is, but
L.A. Not yeah.
thank you
Sorry,
for
had
catching
to.
that. No,
Had
no,
to.
I alley-ooped that up to you, and you slammed it home. So awesome. But guys,
Dummy.
obviously, thank you so much for listening. We'll try to get back into more regular videos and podcasts for everything. Stay tuned because obviously Full Gear is right around the corner, as well as Survivor Series. We haven't exactly pinpointed when we're going to do those pre and post shows, but we will get those to you obviously
Full Gear
before.
series.
Yeah, we'll get those to you guys as soon as we possibly can. Obviously, you can follow us everywhere at Above the Ring. Obviously, we're on X doing most pay-per-views. We're no longer doing every show for live tweets. But you can also follow us on Instagram and on YouTube at _ Above the Ring.
And Facebook.
And Facebook at Ship It Above the Ring. Where Ethan obviously is having a ball placing all these New Japan stuff that's happening, because New Japan is going absolutely, well, all wrestling in Japan is going absolutely crazy right now with tournaments and all this other delicious things.
You bring that up, Scott, before we got there, I'll talk about it. So if people follow, by the way, thanks for the shares, as Scott can probably see the stats. So New Japan just finished their Super Junior Super Round, which Sam and I will talk about next episode for Rising Sun. By the way, keep an eye on that.
Mm-hmm.
The World Tag League starts November 20th. Oh my god. They got Lone Star Superstore on November 10th. They got we'll say what's on the upcoming schedule. Stardom's Fish and Nerve God Stardom Tag League. Noah's got some shows coming up. All Japan's got some shows coming up. They got Real World Tag League and Junior Battle Glory coming up. Wish me luck. You don't see me for a while, you know why.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming, which is good. Keeps everybody on their toes, keeps everybody busy.
And next year you'll be hearing my top 30. Since we're gonna be Royal Rumble season, I'll give you my top 30 matches of 2023.
Nice. I look forward to that. But guys, obviously, thank you so much. Most importantly, do not forget to ship it and join the bedlam.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good night.